Yo, what's up guys, TSL here back with a brand new video. In today's video we will be actually starting the dungeons for our how to make a dungeon game series. Now basically in today's video we will be adding the start button and maybe some enemies that will attack you. Alright, so basically just go to the view tab, asset manager, double click on places and then double click on easy dungeon. This should load you into a new place. You shouldn't have anything there, but I just built this little room with some walls and some terrain. I know it looks pretty claustrophobic, but it'll be fine, I guess. So there's one thing here, and this is going to be the wall that destroys when you click the play button. So I just called that wall to destroy. Everything else is just named part because I didn't change that. Let's actually change the color of this to like pastel blue. Alright, yeah, that's fine. And I guess give it a roof while we're at it. Alright, cool. And we could change this to like fossil. And in lighting, just turn cast shadow or global shadows off. Alright, so that's our little room. Let's get the spawn point from over here and just drag it here and put it under the map. And let's add another one here. And you know, since we're feeling nice, we're gonna add another spawn so they don't all spawn on top of each other. And we'll add this one right here, just in the mountain. Alright, cool. So now let's go into starter GUI and make a screen GUI. We could call this like HUD, because this can have everything. And then we'll have a text button in here, and this will be like start button. Alright, so basically just 0.5 or what? The size will be like 0.35, 0, 0.1, 0. The anchor point will be 0.5, 0.5. The position will be 0.5, 0, 0.5, 0. Or actually on the Y, we'll change that to 0.1. Yeah, and then we can, on the HUD GUI, ignore GUI and set off. Alright, so let's just add a UI corner in here, and we can make like, we can duplicate this and basically add like call it a shadow. And actually, yeah, just do that. And we'll make the size, actually no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a frame in here, and we'll call it shadow. And we'll copy the size of, actually no, we're gonna set the size to 1, 0, 1, 0. And basically here, alright, yeah, that's what I thought. So what we have to do is just make a frame here with the same size as the start button and the same positions, 0.1, 0, and the same anchor point, 0.5, 0.5, and then drag this UI corner in there. Could duplicate it and put in the start button as well. Then drag the start button and put it inside the frame and make the size 1, 0, 1, 0. And then what we're gonna do is actually change this size to 0.95 on the Y. Actually no, 0.85 on the Y, and drag it up all the way to the top. So this should be like 0. I don't even know actually, just that. That'll put it at the top, so then 0.1. No. You know, just drag it. Alright, so it should be looking like this. And then if we change the frame color to be like green, but like a little darker, something like that, 0,207, 0, and then this to be like 0,237, 0, we should have a button looking something like that. We can actually shrink this down just a little bit more, and now we have a button like that. So in this button, we're going to make text scale to true and give it some sources sans. We're actually going to give it some, I think what we used was like, yeah, that looks about right. We'll make the text like 237, 237, 2, that's 137. we need 237, 237, 237, and we'll make this say start. Alright, cool. So now inside of our button, what we're gonna do is make a local script, and basically we'll do script.parent.mouse button one click :connect function, and whoops, like that. Alright, so basically right now, actually what we're gonna do is have a script.parent.mouse button one down, mouse button one down. This should be down, :connect function, and basically what I want to do is make script.parent : tween size, and we'll make the end size udim2.new, and right now the current size is 1, 0, 0.785. What we'll do is make this like 0.885. Yeah, and then when we do script.parent.mouse button one up, mouse button one up, :connect function. Actually, also we have to specify some things like enum.using direction.in out, enum.using style.linear, and the time will be like 0.25. Then if we just copy this whole line, paste this here, and we do 0.785. If we test this, what we should see is like the button shrinking, or like, well, you'll see it. Like if we click on it, well, it grows, and that is not what we wanted to do. Actually, that looked weird. Here, let's make what we want this to look like when it's fully down. Honestly, we might just do 1, 0. Also, what we want to do is there's some auto button color. I think that's what we want to take off. Alright, so then here we could just do, let's try 1, 0. Oh wait, 0.885, 0. We forgot the 0. Not sure if that really mattered, but we forgot it. Alright, so right now, there you go. It grows and shrinks, but it still looks off because we're still going up there. So let's just say 1, 0. Alright, so we hold down. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. But this is also way too slow, so we gotta do like 0.05, honestly. Alright, let's see how this looks. Alright, that's a little too fast. Let's just do 0.1. 0.1. Alright, so that should be good. Let's just continue. Alright, so anyways, what we're going to do is go into replicated storage, add a folder, we'll call this remotes, and basically we'll have a remote event in here, and this will be called start game. Now, basically in server-script service, we need a script in here, and we'll say local rs is equal to game : get service replicated storage. We'll have our local remotes equal to rs.remotes. Then here we'll have our remotes, and this will be local start game event is going to be equal to remotes.start game. Here we'll have our functions. So we'll have a local function start game, and we'll have a connection, and this will be start game event.onServer event : connect start game. Also, we can rename the script to remotes handler. This is going to be the script that will handle all the remote events we use. Alright, so now basically all we have to do really is just, alright, so first of all, we have 2 walls to destroy for some reason. So we could, oh, and I just duplicated it again by accident. Okay, so one of them is the floor. Nice. Um, we could call this floor. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we only have one. So if we go in here, we'll say our local wall is equal to game.workspace : find first child a wall to destroy. We'll check if the wall exists, and if it does, then we just want to, get rid of it. Wall : destroy. And actually what we'll do is we'll have a countdown. So we'll go back into our HUD and we'll have a text label, and this will be called this will have everything, actually no, this will just be the countdown. So we'll have a countdown. Then in server storage, what we're going to do is going to have we'll have some a folder called values, and inside of here we'll have a string value, and this will basically, how do we want to do this? Alright, so this will basically be called our countdown. And then in here, actually first of all, let's go into starter player scripts, and we'll have a local script, and this will be called client remote handler, and we'll do local rs is equal to game : get service replicated storage. Local remotes is equal to rs.remotes. Then we'll have a folder called client. That is not how you spell client. So we'll have client, and then inside of it we'll have another folder called functions, and inside of here we'll have a remote function. Actually, now for this we're only going to need the remote event. So we'll do a remote event, and we'll call this update countdown. Alright, so in here what we'll do is local client remotes is equal to remotes.client. Then here we'll have our remotes, and this will do client or local update countdown event is going to be equal to client remotes.update countdown. Here we'll have our functions, and here we'll have our connections. Alright, so we'll just do update countdown event dot on client event : connect, and we'll do update countdown minus the event. So then here we'll do local function update countdown, and yeah, that's actually going to just take in some text, and basically we just do actually we'll need another service, and this will be the players game : get service players. And here we can do some variables. Here we'll do some services, and here we'll have our local player is equal to game.players.local player. And why did we do this? This is bad practice, and we have a players variable. Alright, so here we'll say our local player GUI is going to be equal to player : find first child player GUI, and then we'll say if player GUI, then we need our local HUD is equal to player GUI : find first child HUD. If not HUD, then return end. We'll get our countdown, and it's going to be equal to our player GUI dot count, or our HUD : find first child countdown. And then if not countdown, then return end. And here we'll set our countdown dot text equal to text. Alright, that should be it for that. So then here we'll get our local client remotes equal to remotes dot client remotes, or dot client, and then we'll say client remotes here, and this will be local update countdown is equal to client remotes.update countdown. Alright, so then in our start game, what we want to do is a for loop. Yeah, we'll do a for loop, and this will be for I is equal to 0. Or actually, no. We'll start the countdown at 3. So for I is equal to 3, and we want it to go to 0, and we want to go by -1. What we'll do here is add a task.wait 1 second on the bottom, and we'll do a, first of all, we want to, alright, so what we're going to do also is inside of our client remote handler, we're going to say our local frame, here, let's rename this to our local start frame. Local start is equal to HUD:find first child start frame, and if not start, then, or if start, then what we want to do is start:destroy end. Alright, so this should destroy the start button when we click the button. Alright, so then here, all we want to do is basically update countdown, fire all clients, and the text we want to pass in is starting game in, space, ..to string of I. Actually, we don't need to do that. That's unnecessary. Let's just do I. Alright, so now if we join this game, and we click our little start button, nothing happens. Also, we don't even need this. We can delete that for now. So, you know why nothing happens? Because I do. We need to go in here and actually fire the thing fire the start game remote event when we click the button. Alright, let's organize this script a little. Services plus folders, remotes, and we'll have some extra variables. And this will basically just be local button is equal to script.parent. Here we'll say button, honestly. Control F, replace with button. Replace this one, and this one. We don't want to replace that one, so we'll replace that. Alright, cool. And here we'll have our connections. Alright, so in our mouse button, one click, what we want to do is start game event, fire server. And that's it. Alright, so if we go ahead and we start the game, starting game in 2, 1, 0. Alright, cool. And then the wall destroys. Nice. So everything goes well. Also, what we want to do is after, where is it? We can close that. In here, what we'll do is 0. When we destroy the wall, what we also want to do, actually here, we could do it in here. And we'll say if countdown.text, and let's actually wrap this in a string dot find countdown.text, and we're looking for 0. Then what we want to do is we'll task.delay of 1 second, and basically we'll just do countdown destroy. Alright, so now this should destroy the countdown afterwards as well. Alright, 3, 2, 1, 0, boom. The wall and the label go away. Alright, so let's grab this label and we'll do like 0.1, 0.1, 0. We can drag this over here, we can widen it up, I guess. And we can make background transparency 1, text scale true, sources sans bold for the font, 0,237, 0. Oh, that's the wrong color. 237, 237, 237 for the font, shrink this down. Or actually, let's just do like a game starting in colon, and then we can just widen this up. Center it, and that should be good. Let's just do a visible on this to false. Then in here we'll say if countdown dot visible is equal to false, then countdown dot visible is equal to true, and end. Alright, so now once again let's test. Alright, we load in here. Oh, we got the lucky spawn. We click starting game in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Alright, cool. That's it for the start button, actually. Alright, well that took a lot longer than expected, so I will end the video there. Anyways, guys, if you guys are enjoying the series and it helped you out, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out and really motivates me to keep making content. And other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.